So this is how God used 75 hard to pull me out of seasonal depression. Okay. So I believe that every solution is practical and spiritual, right? We go to God, we get insight, we get wisdom, we get strategy, we ask him for strength, we pray for deliverance. But at some point we have to make a step and do something in the natural that he can breathe on, that he can aid, because God is not going to do everything to us. In most cases, he's going to do things through us, right? And so I was looking for a whole miracle. God, just do it to me, just do it to me, deliver me, pick me up out of this. Like, I don't want to be processed. I just want to be taken out of it. But God is like, no, I got to process you. And so he led me to 75 hard. All right. So before I get into that, let's talk about what depression looked like on me. Okay. Whew, baby. My first encounter with depression, I believe, was in 2017 when I lost my job. And around between October 2017 and the next 6 months, like so much stuff just ended up happening. I ended up losing my job. I ended up having to relocate. I ended up breaking up with the man that I just knew I was gonna marry. I drained my savings. I didn't like it was like all of this stuff was happening at once, and it was pushing me into this deep place of just sadness and sorrow. But in 2023, this depression hit me like it had never hit me before, and there were quite a few factors that led to me being a little more depressed than normal. So I had recently relocated, moved across the country from my family, and I moved on a God said go. He gave me a year to get my heart right to go, but I literally moved on God said go. I didn't have any business here. I didn't have any family here. I wasn't dating anybody here. I had nothing here. So I was like, I really don't know why I'm going, other than I know that I can hear God at this point, and I know God said go. And then once I get here, it's not what I imagine it to be. Because I'm like, if God's telling me to move, it's the promised land. He probably about to give me my husband. He probably about to do all this, and this. Business probably about to take off. And what he ended up doing, getting me here and processing me, it was like a whole nother wilderness. Getting me here and being like, it's just me and you. It's just me and you, and some things that I gotta deal with, some things that I gotta work out, things that you didn't even know, but I gotta deal with them. So it was my God. And then I'm like, I don't really want to deal with it. Like, I ain't trying to face it. But then on top of that, we have relationships that I thought was going to be in my life forever. They out the window. And it wasn't too long after I got here, I remember one of my pastors, she was prophesying to me, and she said, God is coming for your friend circle. He's about to clean it up. But then when he started touching the ones that I was like, whoa, 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 what you doing with that one? Not, not her. That was tough. And then we have, you add like a financial freeze. Like, my money was like just held up. Okay. It was just like, where money is not coming through the door. Clients are not coming through the door. I couldn't even get like little small jobs or anything to like hold me over. It was just like everything was just on hold. So all of that piled into like a very short time just pushed me into like one of the lowest places of my life. I'm saying, like, I've battled suicidal thoughts for years now, and I've been very vocal and open about that. But I've never had suicidal thoughts the way I had suicidal thoughts in 2023. Like, they were heavy. But I was really struggling with my identity last year, because it's like, I know who God is calling me into. I know once I got here, I'm like, I know a little bit about why you brought me here. Like, it has a lot to do with ministry and the marketplace. But I'm not ready to go that route in ministry. Like, I'm not ready to go all in. Like, I'm ready to be all in for you and live my life for you. But as far as like recruiting other people and ministering to other people, like, God, I'm not ready to go there. So I'm battling with my identity as well. Like, so we had all of that feeding into depression, and which pushed me to be a person who was like, I'm not getting up. If I get up, I'm just probably getting up to cancel my day. I'm not opening these blinds. I was sitting in this dark house all day, every day. I'm not going outside to get no fresh air. I'm not even opening the windows and letting no fresh air come in here. If I leave, I'm going out to get some junk food that I really don't need, but it's going to make me feel better temporarily. I'm not eating no full meals, no substance, no quality meals with some nutrients. Like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm not working out. Like, I'm just not doing anything that's good for my health. And then God leads me to 75 hard, which all the requirements literally combat all of the symptoms of depression. So now with this, I have to get up and work out twice a day. One of those have to be outside. So you're going to go outside, you're going to get that fresh air, you're going to get that vitamin D. And I'm so serious. Outside workouts do something for your mental that an inside workout will not do. Inside workout is amazing. It gets you moving, but that outside, that vitamin D, That fresh air, it does something. Nature, just the sounds of birds chirping. And if you get me about some water, baby, we good to go. So I got to drink a gallon of water every single day. I have to eat no junk food. So now I can't appease myself and fill up on junk. I have to read 10 pages a day, which the author, the founder of 75 Hard was like, you can read the Bible. I just like to annotate. It would take me too long. So I was reading business books that would help me in my business. And I was just doing all of these things. Now I'm like, wait a minute. God, you might be onto something. So January 5th, I cut my hair because my hair was neglected because of depression. And I literally decide, okay, you done gained 12 pounds. Your hair look a mess. Everything look a mess. Like something has to give. We just going to do something differently. I just felt the leading to do 75 hard. Don't know why, because I've been looking at it for 4 years and could never make up in my mind that I wanted to do it or felt like I could do it. But this time I was like, no, you're going to do it. So I give myself 3 days to prep. That's all I give. On Sunday, January 8th is Monday when I'm about to start. On Sunday, I get notice that our church is going on a church-wide fast. So we're either going to be fasting from 6 to 6 or we're going to be doing the Daniel diet consecration. And so I will alternate between the two of those. And I really believe that it was the combining the spiritual, because remember I said, your solutions are twofold. It was combining the spiritual aspect to the natural. And when I put those together, it was like an explosion as it relates to coming against depression. Because here I am praying about things and reading the word and consuming and getting the strength that I need to carry on this thing. Because I always tell people, I'm like, you have to increase your calorie intake to make sure you can sustain working out 2 times a day and just have energy throughout the day. But I wasn't getting enough calories like from food because we're fasting and I'm committed to doing this fast. So literally the daily bread from the word of God was literally sustaining me and pulling me through. And it was in that when I realized, oh no, I have a grace to do this challenge in this season. And like, God, you're calling me and you're fueling me and you're giving me everything that I need to push through. And so that's when I realized like, oh no, God's hand is on me during this challenge. And then I start putting things together, and I would just have like random outbursts of just praise and worship, because every single day that I made it to the next day in the challenge, it just felt like God was literally pulling me through. Like this, it stopped being a challenge for me, and it started to be and I started to see it as a lifeline to really dead depression, to really get the wisdom and the knowledge to really know how to deal with it the next time that it tries to poke its head up. Y'all, I got retainers in, so sometimes trying to talk is a little challenging. Because here's the thing, when you get delivered from something, that enemy is not just going to go away. It's going to try to find weak spots. It's going to try to find anything to come back and have its way with you again. But you got to know how to dead it. So even now, now that I'm done with 75 hard and the enemy try to poke its little head up, be like, try to put certain feelings on me and certain emotions, I be like, I already know how to tackle this, spiritual and practical. Okay, so I'm gonna be in my word, but I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna be in my word, but I'm not gonna be eating no sugary stuff. I'm gonna be in my word and I'm gonna eat better. I'm gonna be in my word, I'm gonna hydrate. I'm gonna be in my word, I'm gonna take my vitamins. I'm gonna be in my word, I'm gonna get some vitamin D. I'm gonna be in my word, I'm gonna read and consume things that's good for my mind. So it's like, it ain't no open door. It ain't no room for you. You're not finna have me in a place down and depressed and don't want to get up and can't walk in my purpose. Because you understand, like, the whole goal of depression is to keep you from moving. And God is calling me, like, I got work to do in the kingdom, baby. I got to be busy. I got to keep progressing and keep moving forward, baby. I got to stay encouraged, motivated, and up and ready to go. I don't have time to sit back and cancel my days today. I can't afford to, because there are souls waiting on me to do what I am called to do. There are souls waiting on me to deliver what I am called to deliver in this earth realm. I can't afford to be depressed because there are souls waiting on me. Okay. And so God was literally pulling me through, and it was just, now that I look at it, I'm like, it's so simple. Now that I look back at it, I'm like, it's so simple to think about it. But when I was going through it, it wasn't, because when you're going through it, it just feels like it's so overwhelming. It just feels like I cannot get up and work out no matter how hard I try. I cannot focus no matter how hard I try. I cannot read no matter how hard I try. I cannot choose to make a better decision no matter how hard I try. However, you do have a choice in the matter. And I'm saying this as someone who has been through it, who has struggled with suicidal thoughts, who wanted to take her life, who felt very low and worthless, who literally would not get out of the bed some days, who would literally show up just so nobody would come knocking on my door asking me no questions. I know now that we do have a choice in the matter, because you can choose to move your way into a better move. You can choose to read things and consume your way in a better move. You can choose to believe that the God that says he will deliver you will deliver you. But you got to remember, deliverance doesn't always look like you doing nothing and somebody just setting you free. Sometimes he's going to do it through you and not just to you. But you have to know that there is a God who loves you enough, who will pull you out of that. And sometimes what that pulling you out of looks like is sending you to something, sending a resource to you to help you get up out of that. But you have to see everything as an option, as an opportunity. And that was one of the things I had to change my perspective. I'm like, everything that happens for me, because God is for me. He loves me. He's intentional. So everything that's happening is happening for me. So I start to look for opportunities to do what? To dead depression. At some point, you have to be willing to say, this is where I am going to take the head of depression and I am going to pin it down, and you will never get up and see my children again. You will never get up and threaten any relationship that I have again, my marriage or anything, because I will get up and deal with you like I am dead in it once and for all. Take the head of depression, pin it down. You'll never get up again. Because I'm telling you, my children are not going to face depression because their mama got up and dealt with it. And now I'm able to recognize symptoms. Like, it's just so much that I'm just more aware of now because I went through it. And so I share this to just encourage somebody else who may be dealing with it, that there is life on the other side of it, and your deliverance may not look like God just doing something to you to set you free, but you actually have to put your hands to the plow and get to work and make better choices. Make better choices. As you make better choices, you are going to walk in your deliverance. You are literally choosing your deliverance with your choices. And you're going to be able to use that wisdom to maintain your deliverance. Thank you for watching. I forgot to record an ending. So like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. Do it. Run it up.